Welcome to Jenks. This is an athletic program that has produced 185 state championships, more than Broken Arrow, Owasso, and Union combined. Trojan football has won more state championships than any school over the last 30 years and is quickly becoming one of the top 50 winningest programs in the country. A football tradition that has produced 4 Hall of Fame coaches and 145 All-State players, the most in state history. What do you say we get this party started?
Trojans for life!
Welcome visitors to Allan Trimble Stadium. This is Jenks Trojan football.
Welcome to another edition of the Jenks Trojan football TV show. I'm Don King along with the head coach, Adam Gaylor, after a great game this past Friday in Jenks. 10,000 hometown huddle. Coach, the atmosphere, you couldn't have asked for anything better.
No, fans were great again, for the second game in a row. Absolutely electric atmosphere, and for the first half, it was quite a show.
Yeah, your daughter Addie is the first female Superfans president, so she had him riled up there Friday night.
She did, yeah. She loves football, been around it obviously her whole life, and she really gets into it. And yeah, she lives and dies with every snap for the Jenks Trojans.
That's neat. She said her first game was when she was 5 years old. When we come back, we'll take a look at an exciting first half.
Red Rock Canyon Grill, where flavor steals the show.
Our pets are more than just pets. They're our people, our family. And when they get sick, we want them to be cared for like family. At Woodland West, pet care is personal. We care for your animals the same way we care for our own. As the most comprehensive facility in the Tulsa area for everything from diagnostics to treatment, you can trust that our team of compassionate veterinary experts are delivering the care your animal deserves. Your pet is always there for you. Let us be there to keep them in good health. Woodland West Animal Hospital.
Craving comfort? Waldo's Chicken and Beer has you covered. Sink your teeth into our crispy southern fried or juicy rotisserie chicken. And don't forget our scratch-made sides like mac and cheese plus our original sauces. So grab a beer and get cluck into Waldo's. 71st and Yale, Broken Arrow, and in Owasso. Waldo'sChicken.com.
Come with us to the new Meteora location on 61st and Yale. If you haven't been to Meteora before, you are missing out. From the large portions to the great prices, this is really one of the best places to eat in Tulsa. Not to mention the incredible service you receive from each team member. So get to Meteora on 61st and Yale as soon as you can, and don't forget to try the churros.
Hey Trojans! Get the only card that donates to Jenks Public Schools every time you use it. TTCU Federal Credit Union has donated more than $160,000 so far. Support the Trojans with your card today.
Welcome back to the show. I might make a correction. You told me during the break 5 days old for Addie.
Yes, just barely under a week old, for her first game.
That's good stuff with her mom, Kinsey, bringing her to her first game. Let's take a look at the first half highlights. It's number 1, Bixby, number 2, Jenks in the district opener. And the flyover. What a great job that Clay Martin and his staff has done with the game atmosphere.
Absolutely, yeah. Great start. Kids love seeing the planes fly over, and second play there we throw a fast screen out to Caleb Dillard and big play. Come back with KD on outside zone off a tempo play and get a good gain. And then we liked our matchup here once we motioned KD out of the backfield, and Coach Chronister dials up a big explosive play there.
41-yarder on 3rd and 13 makes it 7-0.
Yeah, kind of the story of the night right here. We've got a free player and unable to make a tackle on their tailback, who's a really good player, and good players make you look bad when you don't do what you're supposed to do.
Then you get a penalty, so they decide to go for 2.
Yeah, we jump off sides on their shift and give them, yard and a half, and they go for 2. And we, again, 3rd and long, Coach Chronister dials up another explosive play to Caleb Dillard. Coach Chronister had an unbelievable game plan, and kids did a great job executing it offensively.
You see the Trojan touchdown brought to you by Tulsa ER and Hospital.
That's kind of the way, that's the same play they ran while we go on the long touchdown, except now Cade does a great job taking a better angle and attacking the proper leg. Here they do a lot of different punt formations, and we don't adjust well to their motion, and they hit us with the fake punt.
31-yard play to Corden Nolan, who's going to Texas Tech, or committed to Texas Tech.
Yeah, good player. There's Cade Klein, who had a huge game. Much better fit, getting the ball strung out, and more maroon jersey there. Much better fit, good tackle there by Nashua Charleston. 3rd down, we switch personnel, kind of get on late, but force do a well enough job to force a high ball there and get off the field there on 4th down.
They skill him on the coverage.
Great 3rd down throw there by Landon Kazar. Nice catch there by Jalen Cato. Here again, we get a little tight end pop pass there. Another shot play dialed up by Coach Chronister.
Braxton Gagnon with the 47-yarder, so it's back and forth and a lot of big plays.
Here they do a good job of, they set this play up, they ran outside zone to it, and our young safety had his eyes in the wrong spot and triggered downhill and didn't see the receiver go by him, which was his guy.
Here you just seem to lose a little bit of offensive rhythm and give away 2 points.
Yeah, but get a negative play there, the play before, and then we get a bad snap that leads to a safety there. They mishandle a snap, and we got a fortunate bounce. Give the ball the offense at midfield.
2nd quarter.
4th down, we go for it. Obviously, big game. We're gonna take our chance there, and Landon Kazar to Cato yet again. Again, another great play diagram by Coach Chronister, getting the ball to Caleb down the middle of the field there from Landon.
26-yarder makes it 28-17 early in the 2nd.
Yeah, another we check the wrong coverage, and our safety gets too far outside, and they're able to leverage us inside. And pin and pull, again, we fall off a tackle, take the wrong angle, attack the inside leg instead of the outside leg, and he's one of the best backs we'll see. He's a really good player, and good players will make you pay for making mistakes.
Jason Moll, the running back who started at Union, then transferred to Owasso for a couple of years, and now at Bixby had over 200 yards rushing in the game.
Again, misfit right here. Our linebacker overlaps when he should have spilled it, and should have spilled it to the safety who was unblocked, and him and the safety ended up in the same gap. Again, it's the same play they scored on earlier, much better fit. Cade Klein, sophomore, just gets better and better. He's going to be an outstanding player. He's a really good player right now. Just going to get better. Here they motion us, and again, we get into the wrong coverage, and they're able to leverage this inside.
He gets called for a unsportsmanlike, the receiver does, so you get decent field position here to start this drive.
Nice pass there by Cato. A couple of RPOs, back to back.
I like how you guys answered here toward the end of the half.
Yes, again, it's kind of been the story of the year. Like, same thing in the Owasso game. Our kids were resilient, had great poise, and did a great job. And this is a big score here. Again, another RPO. Felt good about how they aligned to certain formations, and how they fit the run game was advantageous for RPOs.
So the Trojans make it 38-35 at halftime. We'll come back with the second half highlights here in just a minute.
Jenks head coach Adam Gaylor has been a part of 4 state title appearances as defensive coordinator. Just around the corner from Allan Trimble Stadium, there's another Jenks success story that has over 20 years of experience, and that's A+ Roofing Solutions. Let David and Christy Watson and A+ show you why they are considered a championship team. You may not be aware of recent storms damaging your roof, so call A+ and let their family take care of your family. Call A+ Roofing Solutions at 918 Get Root.
Come with us to the new Meteora location on 61st and Yale. If you haven't been to Meteora before, you are missing out. From the large portions to the great prices, this is really one of the best places to eat in Tulsa. Not to mention the incredible service you receive from each team member. So get to Meteora on 61st and Yale as soon as you can, and don't forget to try the churros.
Hey Trojans, get the only card that donates to Jenks Public Schools every time you use it. TTCU Federal Credit Union has donated more than $160,000 so far. Support the Trojans with your card today.
When you've got to spend some time away, there's no better place for your best friend to stay than Woodland West Pet Resort. With 17,000 square feet of fun, you can both take a no-guilt vacation, relax, both of you, pick up a new skill, chow down on some well-deserved vacation food, make new friends, have a spa day, and finally, come home to your best friend. Woodland West Pet Resort. Sit, stay, and play. Located next to Woodland West Animal Hospital off Highway 75 in the Jenks exit.
Make every occasion unforgettable with Waldo's Chicken and Beer. From corporate lunches to special events, enjoy our irresistible dishes, including breakfast. Waldo's full-service catering has you covered. We'll handle the food so you can focus on what matters. Waldo's Chicken and Beer, catering made easy.
So the Trojans are behind 38-35 at halftime. I know your message is you need a big stop here to start the second half.
Yeah, definitely hadn't played very well defensively. Too many explosives, missed tackles and some bad eye discipline. So that was one of the areas where we talked about offensively. It was just kind of like, hey, let's keep it going. Got to run the ball a little bit more effectively, but dialing up shot plays were really good in the first half.
So the Spartans get the ball to start the third quarter. Great pageantry at halftime with the Jenks band. Always appreciate them and what they do to entertain the crowd.
Good job by Clark Carricker setting the edge, and then there's Cade Klein again. Played much better as the game went on, and he's going to be a name you're going to hear for years to come. Again, we miss a line there at linebacker. Instead of being in the B gap, we're in the A gap, and again, good back hurt us because of off our misalignment.
Yeah, that was tough because it was 3rd and 7. This quarterback doesn't get. Well, this isn't. This is the Wildcat with Gill, their backup running back. He was impressive.
Yes, they do a good job of that.
Coverage.
Here, almost getting our linebacker falls on 4th and 1. He trips on our D lineman's leg. If he doesn't trip, I think we get the stop there on 4th down.
Carson Kirby's our quarterback.
Yes, very good player. Good cracker place there by Ace. Run double edge again, run the same call. And Pierce said he was out of bounds, which he is. I mean, I know the guy missed the call, but that's no excuse.
Was he past the line of scrimmage?
I don't know, but he was out of his right foot was out of bounds, okay. And so he goes. That's why I didn't shove him because we'd already had a personal foul earlier in the game. So, but I told him, lesson learned. Let's go ahead and be aggressive and err on the side of being aggressive, and we'll take the call if that happens.
They were waiting on number 2. That was their mission, wasn't it?
Yes. Yeah. We got to do a better job of getting him the ball and in different situations, different areas, and creating space for him. They throw the fall out there. We're playing too soft to coverage. We're able to convert. Got to get the other linebacker there, and again, story of the night, missed tackles. Very, very poor job of tackling defensively.
27-yard run sets up this pass.
Yeah, we get our eyes. Caleb Dillard played great. Gets his eyes in the wrong spot and gets leveraged by the tight end off play action.
That was an 11-yard TD. Caleb Dillard.
Landon and Caleb's been a successful connection, for most of the year. It'll continue that way. There's a much better fit right there by our guys. Great job by Caleb Dillard finishing it off there. Good job by Pierce Brand showing up. Here they go double pass, and we should have been, our field outside linebacker should have been blitzing and 50-50 ball, and they call it simultaneous possession. I think we get a pass interference on Ace there anyway, and hurt us, and then we play with poor leverage at safety, and they score on third down there in the red zone on a zero blitz.
Number 0 is Emery Snyder, their fine receiver. Kirby, the quarterback I talked about, 6 touchdown passes in the game Friday night. He was impressive, and their offensive line did a good enough job to protect him. That was really tough putting pressure on him.
Yeah, it was, and they did very few long yardage, third and long situations where we can put pressure on them, and we weren't able to get enough pressure with our front four, so we didn't get them behind the chains, off schedule enough defensively.
Yeah. So Bixby goes away with the district opening win, and next week it is Norman. We'll talk about that game Friday at 7 o'clock from Norman, but first, when we come back, we'll have the offensive coordinator, new first-year coach with Jenks, Tyler Chronister, up next.
Red Rock Canyon Grill, where flavor steals the show.
Our pets are more than just pets. They're our people, our family. And when they get sick, we want them to be cared for like family. At Woodland West, pet care is personal. We care for your animals the same way we care for our own. As the most comprehensive facility in the Tulsa area for everything from diagnostics to treatment, you can trust that our team of compassionate veterinary experts are delivering the care your animal deserves. Your pet is always there for you. Let us be there to keep them in good health. Woodland West Animal Hospital.
Craving comfort? Waldo's Chicken and Beer has you covered. Sink your teeth into our crispy southern fried or juicy rotisserie chicken. And don't forget our scratch-made sides like mac and cheese plus our original sauces. So grab a beer and get cluck into Waldo's. 71st and Yale, Broken Arrow, and Anawasso. Waldo'sChicken.com.
Come with us to the new Meteora location on 61st and Yale. If you haven't been to Meteora before, you are missing out. From the large portions to the great prices, this is really one of the best places to eat in Tulsa. Not to mention the incredible service you receive from each team member. So get to Meteora on 61st and Yale as soon as you can, and don't forget to try the churros.
Hey Trojans! Get the only card that donates to Jenks Public Schools every time you use it. TTCU Federal Credit Union has donated more than $160,000 so far. Support the Trojans with your card today.
Welcome back to the Jenks Trojan TV show. Don King along with the new offensive coordinator, Tyler Chronister, who comes from Collinsville to Texas and back home to Jenks, or back to this area. Coach, congratulations on a great start offensively. Talk about growing up in Collinsville. Your dad was a Hall of Fame basketball coach. What did you learn from him growing up with him being a coach?
Yeah, like growing up in the Tulsa area, kind of always, looked at Jenks as a place that you'd love the opportunity to work at, even working at Collinsville and growing up in the area. But coming from a family of coaches, my dad was a coach, my grandfather was a coach, and so I kind of just was born into that. And so it was I was able to see a lot of things just behind the scenes, and the time that goes into it, and the commitment, and then just the impact you get to have on students on a daily basis was what attracted me to it.
They were basketball, or at least your father was a basketball coach, right?
Yes, sir.
Your grandfather?
He was also a basketball coach. My dad coached football as well at one point, but yeah, he ultimately was a basketball coach.
So was he disappointed that you went into the football?
No. When I started coaching, I wanted to coach basketball as well and kind of coach both, and then just loved football and went that route.
What draws you to the offensive side of the ball?
I actually, when I first started coaching, I really was coaching on the defensive side of the ball for the first probably 4 to 5 years, and I think that helped me somewhat as far as coaching on the offensive side of it, as far as having a little bit of an understanding of some things on that side of the ball. But I was also had the ability to be around some really good head coaches that I worked for previously that were good offensive coaches as well, that I learned a lot from. So those things I think kind of molded me to give me an opportunity.
Yeah, you had some great teams at Collinsville. You go to Prosper, Texas, success there. But Coach Gaylor gets you back to Oklahoma. Tell us how that started.
So it was one of those things where whenever I kind of learned that the job might be open, and talking through it with my wife and family, it was one of those New York Yankee type jobs that I knew that if I had an opportunity that there's no doubt that I would take that. And so Coach Gaylor's been amazing to work for, and so that relationship and the opportunity to work for him was again no-brainer.
Also, when you look at this offense, 40 points a game. I mean, that's an impressive start, one of the great starts in Jenks history. Talk about your offense and what you like about it.
Well, I mean, ultimately we've got great players, and so the biggest thing is just putting them in the best situation for them to have opportunity to be successful. The thing that's exciting, I think, for us looking at it is I feel like there's some more meat on the bone as far as within games where we could have done a little bit more than what we did do. So that part's encouraging that, as we're at the, approaching the midway point of the season, that, there's still a lot of areas for improvement moving forward. And so, I'm really excited about that, to see where we can be at the end of the year. But again, ultimately, we've got great kids, and they've done a great job as far as investing time and the effort part of it.
One of the things I've been impressed about, Coach Chronister, is your quarterback, Landon Kazar. Talk about his progress since you've been here.
Yeah, he's done a fantastic job as far as progressing throughout. Whenever we kind of started working back in February, he's progressed significantly since then, but he's very even keel, so he doesn't, nothing kind of rattles him, which is a good thing. And so he's done a great job ultimately of being, finding the consistency piece that we've been looking for. And then he's made, we talk about making explosive plays a lot of times, and he's done a really good job of, when we've had opportunities, of putting it on guys, where they can go do something with it. And so that part's been really encouraging, and he's a guy that I think, again, can continue to improve, which is really exciting moving forward.
Well, congratulations on a great start to the season. Again, 40 points a game for offensive coordinator. First year here at Jenks, Coach Tyler Chronister. Coach, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
You bet. We'll visit with Coach Gaylor about Norman coming up next.
Jenks head coach Adam Gaylor has been a part of 4 state title appearances as defensive coordinator. Just around the corner from Allan Trimble Stadium, there's another Jenks success story that has over 20 years of experience, and that's A+ Roofing Solutions. Let David and Christy Watson and A+ show you why they are considered a championship team. You may not be aware of recent storms damaging your roof, so call A+ and let their family take care of your family. Call A+ Roofing Solutions at 918-GET-ROOF.
Come with us to the new Meteora location on 61st and Yale. If you haven't been to Meteora before, you are missing out. From the large portions to the great prices, this is really one of the best places to eat in Tulsa. Not to mention the incredible service you receive from each team member. So get to Meteora on 61st and Yale as soon as you can, and don't forget to try the churros.
When you've got to spend some time away, there's no better place for your best friend to stay than Woodland West Pet Resort. With 17,000 square feet of fun, you can both take a no-guilt vacation. Relax, both of you. Pick up a new skill. Chow down on some well-deserved vacation food. Make new friends. Have a spa day. And finally, come home to your best friend. Woodland West Pet Resort. Sit, stay, and play. Located next to Woodland West Animal Hospital off Highway 75 in the Jenks exit.
Make every occasion unforgettable with Waldo's Chicken and Beer. From corporate lunches to special events, enjoy our irresistible dishes, including breakfast. Waldo's full-service catering has you covered. We'll handle the food so you can focus on what matters. Waldo's Chicken and Beer, catering made easy.
As we wrap up this show, we certainly look forward to a trip to Norman to take on the 4th-ranked Tigers. They look like they're pretty formidable. Obviously, number 4 and one of only 2 teams left unbeaten in 6A Division I.
Yeah, very, very good. Coach Martin, those guys do a great job offensively. Really good running back. A lot of gap scheme, RPO scheme, and they play a couple different quarterbacks, and they've got 2. Really 3 receivers. One doesn't play as much because he plays defense as well, but their 2 slot receivers, 2 and 3, are excellent players. And then defensively, a lot of different exotic looks, a lot of pressure, a lot of man coverage. So they're gonna attack us, from their defensive perspective, and we'll have to do a good job of being able to get the ball out and pick up the pressure.
Rocky Martin is their head coach and was the coach of the year in the district last year. Coming into this season, I think they were picked 5th or 6th in the district in the preseason, but right now it looks like they might be the number 3 team in the district. Things will certainly sort themselves out here in the next few weeks.
Very good team, very good team. He does a great job. Coach Martin always has tough football teams, which he's a defensive guy, so you'd think that would be the case. But offensively, they do a really good job mixing some tempo in, giving you some different looks. Formationally and even run game wise, giving us some different looks. They did a good job against us last year, and so we've got to work on some of those wrinkles they threw in. And again, like I said, defensively is kind of where Coach Martin's kind of been known it's where he made his hay as a coach, and so they do a really good job defensively.
Yeah, and no disrespect to Moore or Mustang, they look like they'll be pretty tough opponents as well as we move on down now to the middle of the season. I have a question for you. Even though Jenks lost the game, it doesn't matter whether you finish 1st or 2nd in your district, because you get a 1st-round bye in the playoffs, and then you host a game, and then you go to the semifinals and it's neutral site. I'm of the opinion that the district champion, because the OSSAA has had a lot of trouble finding neutral sites. Should the district champion get that semifinal game as it used to be back in the 70s?
I talked to coaches in Arkansas because the semifinals there are a home game, for the higher seed. And, if you play it at Tulsa, I think it's a great. If you play it at Chapman Stadium, I think it's a great idea.
Right.
If you play it at a 4A school or a 5A school, and your
like
Jenks or Union or Bixby,
no disrespect to Claremore, but you would
just
have had a bigger crowd at a bigger stadium.
Yeah, and again, it's you're trying to reward the kids. Well,
right.
Let's find a way to reward them. So, I'm of the opinion that if you don't play it at a college site, let it be a home game for the higher seed.
Mm-hmm. And no disrespect to Claremore, because the other larger schools didn't want to host it because it's Thanksgiving weekend, so it really makes it kind of a mess. Your impressions in the first half of the season for your team, what are you most pleased about, and what do you guys need to do now going into the second half of the season?
Love our explosive playmaking ability on offense, and our quarterback play. Been unbelievable for the first 4 games. Defensively, being consistent. I like our effort. I like our toughness. We just got to be more consistent. Our technique with our eyes. You're always trying to improve tackling no matter what. It just got exposed a little bit because, again, pretty inexperienced on defense, right, and learned some hard lessons, Friday night. But I like the makeup of our team. They were fired up back in the meeting rooms yesterday, and we had a really, really positive meeting. And so they're anxious to get back on the practice field today and kind of get that bad taste out of their mouth. So I like where we're at. We're a really good football team. Have a chance to be an elite football team if we'll continue to improve.
All right. Good luck Friday, Coach. Thank you.
Thank you, Don.
We'll see you next week. Friday at Norman, and you can see the game on Jenks Trojan TV and the highlights right back here next week. Thank you for joining us on Jenks Trojan TV and the Football Show.